Group hate has done more damage than we can ordinarily imagine. I call it group hate. I mean, it's understandable by just what I've called it. Group hate. Group hate can be found in virtually every area of human endeavor, every area of human existence, and it can just show up. It doesn't just begin to appear. Sometimes we get born into it. We get born a lot of times into group hate, and we don't know what it is until we grow up to a certain stage. We begin to learn about group hate. I'll give you some examples. You will need these examples because of the effect of group hate on your leadership. How do you lead? Do you allow the effects of group hate to cloud your reasoning and cloud your judgment in matters that should move you forward, move your organization forward, move your society forward, even your community? And what is it that group hate has not done? You know, group hate should be called out, it should be identified, it should be noticed, it should be mentioned when it rears up its ugly head. Group hate comes in so many different forms so that I wouldn't even have enough time to line them up. I'm just going to give examples that I remember. Tell you what, in some places, artisans of a particular category suffer from group hate. Artisans. Because in some places you can hear that plumbers are no good. And if the marketers of such negative message, if they prevail, then you will begin to have a very poor impression of plumbers. You wouldn't even think well of them. I just chose to use plumbers as an example. It can happen to any sphere of human existence. Group hate. I'll give you another example. As you grow up, you gradually grow into a certain age where your brain begins to function. Your brain will act based on the things that have been sown into it, injected into it, inculcated into it. So that's what will begin to manifest in your action, in your words. Group hate is one of those. You can grow up to know that a certain group of people, a certain tribe, a certain community, a certain country, or a particular people group, ethnographic people group, are just bad. They did not do anything to you. You were born into stories. You hear stories. You believe those stories, and then you begin to act and talk based on that junk that you have been fed. Group hate. And you see, group hate stalls things. That's to say, things just get stalled because individuals have a certain negative impression or negative thoughts about other individuals. You can even hear something about an industry. Oh, that industry is bad. You don't want to deal with that industry. You can hear that, for instance, stockbrokers are not reliable. You don't want to deal with stockbrokers. You don't. I mean, if you receive and absorb such negative messages, particularly about stockbrokers, you'll always think that stockbrokers are out there to scam you of your money and at the end of the business year, they tell you that no profit was made and the companies that you invested in didn't do well, and it is not their fault. Stockbrokers. But stockbrokers are good. But have you found you a good stockbroker that you can rely on? Because those things that we do, like plumbers and carpenters and builders and stockbrokers, and these things are relationship based. Have you cultivated a relationship? Have you? Because if you have not yet cultivated a relationship, you will go by the negative stories that you hear across the place, that you cannot even place your finger on any particular incident that warrants such a story. You can hear that XYZ tribe, like they're warriors, they fight, and they can be wicked, they can be nasty. You don't want to deal with them. So when you get ready to go on your next safari, you don't want to see them. You just want to mind your business. And when you run into them, your body language will tell them that this is an enemy. And then you can run yourself into a brick wall. Why? Because you have assimilated a negative story that is based on group hate. Don't follow a crowd or mob to do evil. As you see that people are doing some negative things, you decide to follow them and do what they are doing just because so many people are doing it. No, the fact that so many people are doing something does not make that thing right. Something has to be right for you to do it. You don't have to do it because a lot of people are doing it. No, you have to identify that something is right, then you do it. In some instances, you could even find that you are the only one doing that thing that is right. And sometimes you begin to second guess yourself. You'll be wondering, why is it only me doing this? What I'm doing must be wrong. No. Remember the rule of thumb? The rule of thumb is that you should not do anything that is repugnant to natural justice, equity, and good conscience. Once you test your actions or your activities with this maxim, you'll be good to go. If your actions will pass, when you test your actions with that maxim, your actions have to pass. If your actions pass, then go ahead and do it. As long as you have found out that what you are doing or what you are saying or what you are engaging in is not repugnant to natural justice, equity, and good conscience, do it. Because if you don't be careful, you will see people who are doing some evil things, and there may be so many of them. You go, well, if everybody's doing this, then I'm going to do it also because it is good to do. Don't use that as your yardstick for measuring what to do and what not to do. So what we're talking about today is group hate. Don't grow up into the story that so and so occupation is bad. People who engage in that occupation should not be dealt with. Don't do it. Or people who are from XYZ geographic location, they are bad. No. Taste. You got to taste, because the taste of the pudding is in the eating. Yeah, sometimes people will tell you, well, you have to learn from other people's mistakes. Yes. If people make mistakes, learn from them. If people have tangible, specific examples or stories and testimonies that you can follow, then go ahead and follow those testimonies. But you cannot just base your action on hearsay. You heard that so and so tribe is bad, therefore that tribe is bad. That's not even a good equation. If Joe Blow says that so and so tribe is bad, what does Joe Blow know? And whatever Joe Blow knows, does he know it enough to set the tone for that hatred? Leadership is very, very important. So you should not allow, even within the corporation. Sometimes you find group hate, especially in blue chip companies. that have become so large, and you can see that there's competition at the top, and each person competing for something is competing against another person at that same level in another division also of the company. And then the next thing is they will have followers. Then blind and sheepish followers will begin to reach across the divide. There shouldn't even exist. There shouldn't be a divide, but let's just say a divide has been created. They will reach across the divide and begin to hate. But they did not see any reason to hate. But because the boss man or the boss lady hates the people on that side, then you will hate people on that side too. Group hate is very bad. And now I'm going to say, why should we even witness group hate? Why should it even exist? Group hate exists because someone is sowing a seed somewhere. I mean, just tell yourself that. First of all, if you see group hate or you grow into a group hate situation, just tell yourself, someone somewhere is sowing a seed of discord, a seed of hate. Let me find out. And of course, in this day and age, finding out is easy. You can find anything out. Or you can find out anything. Put it any way you want. Find out. Why should you hear that XYZ tribe is bad? Explore. Research. Find out. Collect data for yourself. Because we know that not all data is used for publishing. Because if I had to publish things based on the data I have in my possession, well, I'll keep publishing till I die. Of course, I also believe in publish or perish. I call it a theology. It's a theology. Publish and perish is a theology, not just a philosophy. It has gone below philosophy because, see, people begin to worship publish or perish. Therefore, I call it theology because they worship it. Yeah, I believe in worship. I believe in publish or perish, but not to the point of theology. So people do absorb the message of hate and live in it, demonstrate it, act it based on nothing. It can kill your leadership. You ascend the stool of leadership and you believe in hate, group hate. You've been told a story of how the tortoise and the whatever, all those little fairy tale, characters. You take it to heart. You believe it. You act it. You begin to use it and begin to antagonize fellow human beings who have no role or no hand in whatever you are hating them about. You will die miserable because you are busy thinking about something that does not exist. Group hate is that kind of thing. Don't hate an occupation and the people in that occupation because of what you heard. If a plumber does not do a good job, accost the plumber. Let that plumber explain what he did. If a carpenter didn't do a good job, find out from that particular carpenter, because you should not allow the actions of one carpenter or one plumber to affect your impression of all carpenters or plumbers. Or action of one man will give you an impression that whatever tribe the person comes from is bad. So now someone is sowing the seed. Who sowed the seed? I want you to live with this today. I want you to take this away, that for you to see group hate, someone somewhere sowed the seed. Don't buy into group hate that you don't even see a reason, a tangible reason or specific example or incident that will make you to hate. And in fact, nothing should even make you to hate. When something that's negative crops up, go head on against it and let whoever does whatever thing explain to you, and you sort it out and you find out that there's no basis for group hate. Don't hate a tribe because of what you heard. Don't hate an occupation on those you need because of what you heard. Don't hate anything in a classification because it's a seed. And now Africa, someone has sown a seed that will make people from so and so geography to hate the other people from the other geography of Africa. So we will continue to have chaos and conflicts and hatred, and you can say, oh, the Zulus, oh, the Igbos, oh, the Yorubas, oh, the Bantus, oh, the Tutsis, oh, the Hudus, oh, this, oh, that. Somebody sowed the seed so we can hate each other, and so our continent cannot move forward. I've given you examples with occupation, blue chip companies, divisional director wants to be the president or the chairman of the board of directors and he can't get it. He's fighting with someone else who is director of another division. So there's a great divide. Hatred comes in. Division A hates Division B. Is that how you're going to live your life forever? Or tribe A is bad and tribe B is good. And at the same time, that tribe A that is bad is perceiving tribe B as the bad tribe. And so just understand that somebody sowed the seed. We cannot move Africa forward on the platform of group hate. Let's just stop group hate. Don't buy it and don't buy into it. If you hear that so-and-so group is bad, just ignore that story because it's a seed that someone sowed. So don't even go in that direction. Don't go in that direction. Don't.